Hi, my name is Cameron. I'm with the Microsoft Education Group. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast for the Higher Innovation podcast show this week. It is December 5th, 2011, and I wanted to take some time to acknowledge and celebrate that it is National Computer Science Week. Here, it's Computer Science Education Week in the United States of America. And this is an important time for us to start thinking about how we can help students really get excited and learn more about computer science. Now, oftentimes, as I travel back and forth across the country and I talk about Computer Science Education Week, a lot of people still don't know about it. And that's because it was just brought into legislation last year where the Congress acknowledged that the week where December 9th is the week that Computer Science Education Week will happen, will always be the week that we will celebrate computer science education. And it's in honor of Grace Hopper's birthday. You should go to Computer Science Education Week website, which is csedweek.org, and you'll find out lots of information about what is going on across the country, different programs that a number of companies, individuals, and teachers and educators have pledged to do. Now, when we talk about computer science, the reason why it's so important that we bolster our education in this area is that computing has become so ubiquitous across all of our lives, whether it's in the mobile devices that we use to do the jobs that we have every day, whether it's in our automobiles that we drive around the country in, or whether it's in our hospitals, our schools, our home and leisure, even at sports games. We find computing in almost every facet of life today, even agriculture. And so with that, we want to make sure that more students know what's going on in computer science, and that includes computing, that includes informatics, where we're actually taking a large look at data and having deep insight being brought back from that, to information systems, where our general IT systems that may come about, as well as in software engineering, which is what Microsoft spends a gross amount of time doing. A lot of students want to find out, how do I get a career in the computer science industry? And that's what I want to focus this particular Higher Innovation podcast on today, on a topic I call STEM to Earn. And for some of you, you may have had an opportunity to hear me speak around the country on STEM to Earn. And when we talk about STEM, we're talking about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics as disciplines. And within those disciplines also includes computer science education. And to earn is a metaphor about, how do I generate an income? How do I build a living for myself? How do I create revenue streams for my company or for myself so that my family can be sustained? We're in a whole new time as we think about economic development, both domestically in the United States and internationally around the world. And computer science is one of those pieces of education that can not only lift all boats, but can help people really chart a new course as they think about their careers. And so, STEM to Earn. What are the opportunities that exist today that I should be mindful or thinking about? Well, we have a lot of mobile devices that are proliferating across the world. Everyone almost seems to have some type of smartphone. I'm not even sure why we call them phones anymore, because no one makes phone calls with them, really. They're electronic marketplaces where we can buy things, we can collaborate, we can socialize through social networks, and it's an opportunity for people to think about, how do I use computer science, not only so that I can consume and enjoy these new mobile experiences, but also participate in the marketplace of those mobile experiences and create an opportunity to generate an income or revenue. So there's the earn piece. The other is around gaming. Gaming is really this exciting space. It's been going like gangbusters for over the last 10 years. And for the last 6 years, Microsoft has really been leading the market with Xbox 360, and even the great consoles like Sony PlayStation, as well as the new Wii console, have brought a lot of innovation and a lot of excitement. But also in the gaming space, we've seen mobile innovation around gaming, whether it be through smartphones or through handheld game consoles. Everybody should be excited about what's happening next as we see social and casual gaming take off, as well as serious games. In the military, for example, gamings are used to help soldiers understand the battlefield and different scenarios that they might want to think about as they go into combat. Beyond the gaming experience, we have new things happening with Windows. Windows 7 has really been an exceptional platform. Over 1 billion people on the planet are using Windows. Nearly 500 million people are using Windows 7. And we're really excited about the upcoming release of Windows 8, which we'll have a lot more to talk about as we go into the year 2012. But it also creates an opportunity that students who are interested in computer science can start thinking about, how do I build native applications that run on Windows, and think about how computer science education can help me participate in that marketplace as well. And then there are finally two dimensions that everybody talks about, and another one people are not thinking about as much so. First is the web. The web is evolving. We have new standards around HTML5. HTML is the hypertext markup language that describes how a web page should look and what it can do. And then we have these new cascading style sheets, or CSS, and JavaScript that we use to program and visualize what the web is today. These opportunities, both on the mobile front, on PCs, as well as on television, are creating a new opportunity for computer science for those who are interested in next generation web experiences to take it to a whole nother level. And then finally, robotics. Robotics is one of those areas that I think is just where students should spend a gross amount of time understanding how the things they learn on the PC, how the things they learn on mobile devices can be applied to engineering with robotics. And robotics is also one of those areas where it helps students really build their computer information literacy skills, because it goes beyond just consuming technology to actually creating new technology with robotics. So Microsoft is really focused on how do we help you move across Windows Phone, Xbox, Windows, on the desktop as well as in the data center. How do we move into the cloud with Windows Azure, as well as Windows on the web and robotics. And one of the areas that we've done a really great job of helping both institutions as well as individuals think more about computer science education is our IT Academy, the Microsoft IT Academy. And Microsoft IT Academy enables both a school system, for example, to get all of the curriculum that I or any of my industry peers would use to get certified and get credentialed by taking tests that anybody would take to become a Microsoft certified professional. You have the curriculum and the tests to do that within your local school system. And it's a great program, and I encourage you to find out more about it. States that have done this on a statewide basis are states like Virginia, North Carolina, and Washington State, where they've put Microsoft's IT Academy for all of their high school students so that they can get a head start on being future ready, not just college and career ready, but future ready with computer science education. The thing that I love about IT Academy that was just recently added is a new developer certification track. So when you're thinking about not only how do I get certified on the traditional things around IT and information systems, I can now also get certified on things that deal with software development and software engineering with the new developer track. And this is super important for people that are thinking about how do I move from what I like and what I know, what I enjoy about technology and computing today to a next level and actually have a credential that when you get your high school diploma, you also have an industry-ready credential that every employer across the country is looking for. Just do a search on any of your favorite job search engines and see how many Microsoft certifications are actually listed and required for application. The final thing that I want to talk about today from STEM to Earn is really DreamSpark. DreamSpark is a great program where Microsoft provides a number of our professional developer tools for absolutely no cost for students in both high school and colleges. So if you have a community college, if you're at a four-year institution, or if you're in high school, you can get access to things like Visual Studio, XNA, which is our developer network for building games on Xbox as well as on Windows Phone. It has tools for Microsoft's Robotics Studio so that you can use that with things like Lego Mindstorms, as well as having the opportunity to get programs for younger developers like Kodu, which teaches you how to build games on the PC and the Xbox without without necessarily having to know all of the programming languages to do it. It's a visual programming language. And there's so much more in there for mathematics. There's so much more in there for graphic design, for people who want to do more visual things with the web, and people who are artists in general, because we want not only our technical, computational-minded people to take advantage of DreamSpark, but also our artists. And with DreamSpark, you can take the things that you're doing in IT Academy, have an opportunity to practice them more often, and all you need is a Windows PC to get started on that. So if you're running Windows 7 today, you're already halfway down the line from going from STEM to Earn. We also have a program right now with our ImagineCup. We're getting ready for ImagineCup 2012, where we have students from around the world compete using our tools that are part of DreamSpark and the things that we talk about in our IT Academy to find solutions to the millennial goals of the United Nations. Really using technology, computer science education to solve problems that we have here on our planet and to make our planet a better place. This year we had a great competition in Washington State and Redmond for the U.S. and we had the worldwide finals in Times Square down in Manhattan in New York City. It was phenomenal. So I encourage you to go to ImagineCup.com and check it out. All of the websites, all of the things that I've talked about during this particular Higher Innovation show from STEM to Earn are listed in the podcast. And be sure to go to higherinnovation.com, where this week I'm going to be talking about everything that's going on with Microsoft and computer science education. I've got a lot of time dedicated to this. It's an important topic, and I encourage you to provide feedback. Tweet with me at EduCTO if you want to ask questions, or find me online and we can have a lot of good conversation and talk then. In the meantime, in between time, you are officially hipster, and I look forward to talking to you on the next Higher Innovation show. Have a great holiday. Bye-bye.